So have you ever seen someone Naruto running towards the manga section of a bookstore? Because if I put my hands back like that, yeah, that was me 4 hours ago. Hello all my otaku friends, my name is Prof Otaku and welcome back to my channel. For this Should You Read Sunday, we are going over my first impressions of my #1 most anticipated manga release of 2022, and that is World End Solte. So what has Satoshi Muzakami cooked up this time? Well, stay tuned. So for those of you who have been longtime viewers of the channel, you know that I'm kind of a fanboy over Satoshi Muzakami. Between Lucifer and the Biscuit Hammer being one of my top 10 favorite series of all time, and along with that, Spirit Circle is a beloved short 6-volume classic manga series. You just cannot go wrong with this mangaka. And if you really want to dig into the abyss, you can also read Planet With on the Crunchyroll manga app. But we're not talking about these series today, we're talking about Satoshi Muzakami's newest work, World End Solte. When Seven Seas announced that they are publishing this, I'll just straight up be honest with you, I was wetting myself. But enough chitter chatter, let's get started with the review. As always, this is a no spoiler review, so do not worry. I'm just going to give you a basic framework. I'm going to give you some pros, I'm going to give you some cons, and do I recommend the series? Alright, so let's start here with a quick synopsis. Our characters in the story live in this world full of magical pollution. After a big, huge war broke out, there are basically highly concentrated, dense areas of magical pollution that basically create a space-time warp zone into a different world. Which brings us to our main character, Solte, who is an orphan who lives with the mayor of a small village. Her parents, concerned about magical pollution, went out into the world to explore this phenomenon. However, they died shortly after starting their journey. So one day, Solte is sitting in Nonsense Cavern, which is a cave full of magical pollution, where a girl just walks out of this place. We find out that she is a salvager, a person who goes into the magical pollution worlds and looks for relics. But this woman is gravely hurt, and before she passes away, she tells Solte to run away, start a new life away from the mayor. So Solte learns a little bit more about this woman, about the salvager lifestyle, and she comes to the conclusion that she wants to start her own adventure to explore magical pollution, find out what happened to her parents, and explore the mystery of what is going on with this weird, mystical, magical world. Yeah, I know, it's really weird. It's just as weird as all of his other works. So for this first impressions, I have 3 pros and 1 con. The first pro is the world that Muzakami sets up for us. Just like all of his other manga, you can guarantee yourself that when you read a Muzakami manga, you are going to get a unique, original world that you've probably never seen in manga before. This world of magical pollution, space-time manipulation, the banning of magic in general, it's really quite interesting, and the premise makes me want to keep learning more and more about what's going on. Along with this, the characters play along with this crazy world, which leads to some really comedic, funny moments. The next pro that I have is Muzakami's writing style. He does a fantastic job balancing information along with action. So Muzakami gives us just enough information about the world to understand what's going on, and then what he smartly does is he uses dialogue with the characters and context clues to add more layers onto this world without breaking the fourth wall and having huge blocks of text just telling us what's going on. It's masterfully done, and it does well to help keep the story moving at quite a rapid pace, especially in that first chapter. Now, there were some things in that first chapter where I went, okay, whoa, what's going on here? It kind of went a little bit too fast, so maybe he went a little bit overboard, but overall, after just sitting back and thinking about it, I was able to kind of put the puzzle pieces together. The last pro I have is the art style. Some say that Satoshi Muzakami's art is bland and boring, but honestly, I think it just has a certain charm to it. I think the character designs are spot on, super unique, none of the characters look the same, and the pollution world is absolutely nuts. It's just crazy. The way he draws these monsters and these certain kinds of things in this magical world, it honestly just makes you feel like you're absorbing one of those special herbs, if you know what I mean. That means you're supposed to hit the like button if you know what I'm talking about. And another thing I really appreciate about his art style is that the flow of the battles are really easy to follow. The action scenes are drawn fantastic, and I'm not confused at all at what's going on. So the only con that I have with this manga is really just the main character. I didn't create that connection with the main character. They're very kind of cookie cutter. They got the orphan girl and she wants to go on this adventure. Now it's only been one volume, so things could change a lot. She has kind of a very interesting backstory with her parents as well as her relatives who are helping her along the way in this first volume. But I am excited to see how the world kind of helps shape her personality and make her more interesting to us as a reader. But one thing I really do like is that we get an introduction of a team of characters already in the first volume, and the chemistry between them is really refreshing and really nice, as there's a good balance between all the characters and they all have good personalities that interact well with each other. So that's really, really nice, and I look forward to seeing this team moving forward, how they continue to work together to solve these issues. So to conclude, what do I think of this manga? It really kind of gives me Freerun vibes, except that get rid of all the sentimental stuff and then just add more action and more craziness. I think that this manga is definitely worth a 1-volume try. Now that is to say, this manga is not for everybody, and I think Satoshi Muzukami is a pretty polarizing mangaka, because some people think his works are fantastic and some people think his works are absolutely weird, and this one is right there along with his other stuff too. So some people I think are really gonna like it, some people are gonna think it's really weird and not really for them. So but I implore you to at least check out the first volume to see if this one is for you. I think this manga has the potential to be something really special, and it also has the potential to go in many different directions because he leaves things very open-ended to this world and what we're about to explore. But from what he just set up in the first volume, I am super excited to see what happens after this. As always, if you enjoy my videos, please hit that like button, tap that subscribe button, hit that notification bell so that you know when more of my videos come out, and I will see you in the next one. Take care now. Bye-bye.